Now, if you're somebody that feels like you're restarting over and over and over again, you're not alone. This was me for a long period of time. I spent almost 4 years doing this, all through high school, all through even while I was working a full-time job. I was still jumping from thing to thing because I was chasing the goal. I was chasing the actual goal itself, which at the time was money. I wanted to make as much money as possible. Who doesn't? If you're doing this because you want money. And the problem with that is when you get caught up on the goal, you start to lose touch with what's actually going on in the moment, and you don't really put the effort in for what's going on today. You put it in because you're just chasing that idea. And this means you're running off motivation. And as soon as you start running off motivation, you kind of start to fall apart very, very quickly. And it's not gonna allow you to put in the compounding results that you actually want to see. Now, the process that you kind of run through, and I promise this is not going to be all whiteboard content. I'm just using this for the first couple episodes to explain a few things, and then we're going to get into more detailed breakdowns. But the process is you find something that you like and you get really excited about it. You know, maybe this is an online business model you saw, going to the gym, a new job, something like that, and you start at it. Now, you're motivated in the beginning because you're thinking about the long-term result. And what does this do? Well, this feeds you like dopamine. It's like a dopamine hit, and it only lasts for so long is the problem. So you maybe get, you know, like a week out of this, and then at the end of the week you fall off because, you know, you didn't see any progress, and then you blame the skill itself and you say, oh, it's, you know, not possible. For example, like trading. Trading takes years to get good at. I don't care what anybody says. You have to put the motions in. You need screen time. You need repetitions. You need a model. You need discipline. You need consistency. You need all of these things. And these things don't happen overnight. Same goes for any business model or anything that you're trying to learn. Just like riding a bike, you can't just get on the bike and learn how to ride it your first day. I know you all have that experience where you were scared to ride your bike for the first time and, you know, you wanted to quit because it just didn't work and you saw other people doing it. But you need to understand that you have to put the repetitions in order to build a skill, in order to build a consistent plan. And the area where you keep failing is right at this first stage here, because you're running off of motivation. This is the killer of all skills. When you run off motivation, you don't have a set plan, you do not know what to actually do, and this is where the framework that I built called the focus framework comes in. Now, it pretty much breaks itself down. F means find your niche. Now, this means pick something that you are going to stick to and you are not going to quit on. You need to find something that you genuinely enjoy doing, and maybe you don't enjoy doing it, but you still want to get there. Then O means you need to obsess the process. This means obsess over the day-to-day goals, not the end goal. If you just obsess over the end goal, the money, the freedom, the future, every action that you're putting in is just tied to that one thing. You need to tie the actions to getting it done today. And I'm going to explain more in detail as we go on with this program what that actually means. Now, C means cut the distractions. When it's time to work, it's time to work. And I'm going to teach you how to set up focus blocks and actually build your deep study sessions so that you learn the actual principle behind studying and getting work done. U means an unbreakable structure, meaning something that is so hard-coded into you that it becomes your day-to-day life. For example, the thing that's hard-coded into you right now, I know within the first 15 minutes of you being awake, you're already on your phone. You're already scrolling, you're already doing something else that's not productive towards what you need to do for the day, and this is killing you over time. And S. S stands for show up and stack. Now, this is where compounding success begins to show up, because every single day that you're showing up and you're putting in the motions, you're seeing progress in the long run. It's like putting, you know, $1 in a basket every single day. You know, the first week you only got $7 in there, but by day, you know, 365, all of a sudden you got $365 in there, and it seems like a lot, and it just showed up out of nowhere, and you know, oh my gosh, I've got $365 now. But it's because you showed up and you put the little bit in every single day. It's like interest in a bank account. It's like, you know, learning how to run and build your stamina. They all fall under the same foundation, and I'm going to teach you that exact framework. Now, for the next 21 days, step by step, I'm gonna kind of walk you through this. It's not all gonna be whiteboard content. There is gonna be some other stuff that I'm gonna roll into, make this a little more engaging. And these videos are gonna be anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes long, depending on what the lesson is. So be ready to actually devote some of your time throughout the day to this, because truthfully, it is what you're gonna have to do if you want to achieve these results. And I'm going to be walking alongside you step by step with this. In addition to that, there's also going to be a free Discord community that I'm going to be opening up to help you kind of stay in touch with your progress day by day as I upload these videos, so you all can stay engaged throughout the process, share your progress, and really fall in love with what you're doing. If you want to get started on this right away, I suggest joining the Discord. I've linked it in the description below. This is what's going to allow you to obviously be on top of videos when they drop, and alongside that, get one-on-one feedback from me as we go through the motions. So let's get started.